everyone, let's make quick cottage cheese pitas with just 5 simple ingredients. Then we'll turn these into delicious low-calorie hot pockets with just under 150 calories and 16 grams of protein. And you know what? You probably already have all the ingredients in your fridge, or you can easily grab them from the nearby store. Let's get started. Okay, let's mix everything in just one bowl. Place there 200 grams of low-fat cottage cheese. As you can see, mine cottage cheese is quite creamy, quite smooth already, but if your cottage cheese is a little bit more grainy, it's better to blend it with your blender instead of using a spatula like I do. So when you blend your cottage cheese, you will not feel it inside your recipe. Okay, now we're gonna need 2 eggs. 1 egg we will place directly into a bowl with the cottage cheese, and from the second egg we'll grab only white. But please don't throw away the yolk, we will need it to cover and glaze our pitas later, before we will pop them in the oven. Now I will add 60 grams of rice flour. I've been using it more and more in my recipes lately. It's just because it works similarly to rice in binding and thickening any liquids, just like the rice, rice soaking the liquids and increasing in volume. It's the same process with rice flour. It works almost like gluten in regular flour, but you'll need to use a smaller amount of it by weight than regular flour, which helps us to keep our calorie count low and making our recipes even more macro-friendly. Forget to add half a teaspoon of baking powder, and that's it. That's all the ingredients you need. Now let's mix everything together. So since flour acts mainly as a technical ingredient and it's pretty neutral in terms of macronutrients, micronutrients, and reducing its amount in recipes without compromising the quality is always a good move. So this way, using the rice flour, we get the same great texture and structure with fewer calories, which is always great. Now let's place our dough onto silicone mat and form 6 pitas. Then glaze them with the remaining yolk and pop in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes in 180 degrees Celsius. All ovens are varies, so keep an eye on the color of the crust. As soon as it turns into a nice golden brown color, your pitas are ready. Look at these beauties! Oh, guys, they're so... They're amazing to my taste. I will leave them to chill for just 5 minutes so I will not burn myself. You know me, I am that person that can eat the entire batch of anything that I'm cooking while I'm still cooking it. So I cannot hold myself, and they're too beautiful. I need to get away from here unless I will eat them straight away. Just look at them, look how perfect, and we already have some small pockets for our filling. So in terms of ingredients and measurements, this recipe is going to be pretty much similar to my cottage cheese bagels recipe, but if you haven't seen it, haven't tried them yet, please do. They're absolutely amazing. I think it's the best video recipe on my channel. One single bagel is just 15 grams of protein and 120 calories. By the way, I've baked them yesterday and here they are. Today we're going to make pretty much similar thing to this one, but there will be even more moisture inside of them. The main difference between the recipe of these cottage cheese bagels and this pita that we're going to make today, that we're not going to drain excess liquid from our cottage cheese. So alright guys, our pitas has already chilled. Let's make some pockets and add fillings inside. Alright, we've made a small pocket. I do not cut till the very end, just from here to here, and here is what our pocket looks like. It's very moist and very fluffy inside compared to our bagels. So our bagels were more dense. These ones are just like a clouds. You can see it. I think you can see it clearly. So okay, now let's add here 20 grams of any kind of low-fat cheese. Low-fat mozzarella would go nice as well, but I'm using this diet version of a cheese. I love diet cheeses because they're always packed with protein. Okay, I will place it from the bottom part and at the top part as well, just straight under the lid. And between our two layers, between these two layers of cheese, I will place a little bit of this smoked cured meat. By the way, I'm not sure if I'm not inventing some new words, if I'm not just make it up in my head. Am I right to call this meat cured meat? It's just smoked meat, I guess, cured, but not cooked. I hope so. I love this. It's just kind of lean version of prosciutto for me. Okay, that's it. Let's pack it a little bit more and wrap this beautiful pita inside my parchment paper, like this. Because I have absolutely no time to clean my grill plates. So I'm going to place this inside my electric grill, but if you don't have an electric grill, that's fine. You can pack it just like this and place it inside your toaster. If you don't have a toaster as well, that's fine. You can still fry it on top of your non-stick pan. That will also do, but just grill is quicker. And here's another question for you guys. I'm not only sharing my low-calorie and high-protein delicious recipe here. I have another reason for starting this channel. I'm learning English and I'm trying to improve my vocabulary and my pronunciation. So last time you helped me a lot with the differences between, you know, the dough and the butter, and with some different varieties of pumpkins, and also with marmalade and jam. It was very helpful. So now I will ask you to help me identify this. So I would call it a pita bread. So is it correct to use this thing in English? So I know that there are also terms like buns, scones, pastries. So what's the main difference between those words? If I have anyone that is, well, native English speaker and will be kind enough to help me with these terms, I will be very happy, because I've already tried to ask ChatGPT, but it didn't give me a clear answer, to be honest. It was just some even more disturbing for me, and it messed everything in my head even further. So I will be very appreciative if you will help me with those terms as well from native speakers. So when you're using those words, so these things, is it correct to call them pita bread, or it is better to call them scones? What is a scone anyway? Guys, please help me. I beg your help. Very crispy, and inside we're having very nice and melted cheese with smoked cured meat. To me, this is a perfect combination. Try these ones, and don't forget to check my playlist with cottage cheese recipes. They're all as quick and easy and as beautiful and delicious as this one.